Alright, so we got Dragon Ball Daima episode 5 now out, and another absolutely fantastic episode. I really enjoyed this episode quite a lot. So, it starts out where we finally get introduced into this character's name, which is Panzy. Yes, and she, Goku makes a remark about that, like, that's a really weird name, but then she asks Goku. Goku says, my name's Goku. And she's like, well, that's a fucking weird name too. So, back and forth is hilarious. So, we find out that she explains to us that margins are able to use magic, right? So there are at least one technique of magic they're able to do. So she showcases that. She also says that she's good with machines. So it's kind of like the Demon Realm version of Bulma right here, where she can, smart, can do all that stuff, and is the princess to the king that they're going to go see. So very much the Demon Realm version of Bulma right there, which is interesting, but so they go on this adventure to go to the castle, and that's where we discover she's the princess. But we get introduced to the king. Now, the design of the king is pretty much typical Toriyama, what I expected him to be. And when they're meeting Goku for the first time, this is where we find out Glorio is actually not telling the complete truth. Because Glorio was not asked by the king to go and get Goku. He told the king that he knows of people that can beat Majin Buu, that could beat the king, the supreme king of the Demon Realm. So you already have that. Shin's already doesn't trust Glorio. He doesn't trust him at all. So now with that there, we even see in this episode where Shin pulls Goku aside and says, I don't know, man, this guy is he's hiding something. Glorio is hiding something. Something's not right. He lied about this. And Goku, obviously being Goku's like, whatever, doesn't matter. I don't care. So, there's typical that. What I loved about the interaction with Goku and the king is obviously they see him as a kid. So, they don't believe, like, oh, this kid can, be all that powerful or anything like that. And then when Goku's like, oh, no, I can, we defeated Majin Buu, etc., etc., the king offers Pansy's hand in marriage to Goku. Says, okay, well, after all this, when this happens, because he wants to be the king of all the Demon Realm for peace, he says, you can marry my daughter. And we now know that Demon Realm characters live for 1,000 years minimum. So that's the lifespan. She's 82, by the way. She's 82. Crazy. And then when Goku says, Goku's automatically like, whoa, hold on. I'm married and I've got kids. And they can't believe it because obviously he's a child. And they're like, what? Does your race just stay like children? Is that what it is? And then they explain what happened and how they're after the Dragon Balls and stuff. And this is where they're like, yo, why you going on the Dragon Balls? That's freaking suicide. Funny ass interaction. Just absolutely brilliant. It's typical Toriyama, comedic, perfect. So much fun. Then we get to this scene where Goku is fighting the men, where he's showcasing his strength, and he says, this would be good training for me, and he goes and does it all. It's a fantastic sequence. I love the fight. We get a little glimpse of him going Super Saiyan. We do get that because they hold him down and he goes into Super Saiyan. We see him with the yellow hair, but then we see him when it comes back, like, it's beautifully animated when he transforms, but when we go back to him, he's got a yellow glow in his base form. So it's almost like a false Super Saiyan sort of thing where he's tapping into the powers of Super Saiyan, but he's not Super Saiyan. It's a very interesting concept and idea. Obviously, we've seen that in the Lord Slug movie with like the false Super Saiyan where he's got like the yellow aura, his hair's up, but he's not technically Super Saiyan. But this one, I just like the yellow glow in that. And I was kind of like, ooh, this is like him sort of tapping into the Super Saiyan abilities, but not actually going all the way into the form. And then obviously he dismantles them and they get a plane and now they're off to go and do that. Another thing we now know is Shin is actually, we know his race. We know what the Kais are. Their race is, I believe it's a Glind, which is interesting. So we're going to know more about that race, hopefully moving forward. You also have another person that's going to go and fetch the goat, Vegeta, and going to go get everyone else and bring them into the Demon Realm, because obviously they need to pin. So that's interesting that they're going to go do that. He has this thing where he can actually see in the outside world, and he pinpoints the lookout straight away. And like you see it on there, which is very interesting. So the Demon Realm is showcasing us stuff that we didn't actually expect we were going to see in this whole entire series. And it's just expanding the lore of Dragon Ball more and more and more. And it's so interesting. And I can't wait to see what this next demon world is going to be when we get there, when we get to the second one and then the third one. This has, like, look, I know we all wanted Super 2. We want the Granola arc. We want the Moro arc. We want those arcs animated. We want to see them. But I'd be lying if I didn't say I'm actually enjoying this quite a lot. And right now, I can wait for Super 2. I can wait for that. I can wait for those arcs to get animated because obviously the manga's still going to have to come back and continue on. I want it to get further ahead. But this story is very interesting, and I think the concepts and ideas and the lore and the world building here can be integrated into Super down the line a lot more. And I'm just so intrigued at what's going to happen in this storyline and how this is all going to tie together. Because you have so many things. Like, so if everyone lives 1,000 years in the demon realm, we know the Super Dragon Balls were created in year 41. Which means that these people in the demon realm are older than those. So the Dragon Balls are older here. Now, we also know that the Demon King wants to keep Dende and raise Dende to create new Dragon Balls because he obviously wants to use them. So there's so many fascinating things happening in Dragon Ball Daima right now that have got so many questions that I need answers for. And again, it's animated absolutely beautifully. It's fantastic, especially this fight sequence when he goes Super Saiyan. Loved it. Yeah, so I'm really enjoying this. So let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section below. What is your thoughts on the new Dragon Ball episode? Did you guys enjoy it? Did you not? Smash it down there. And yeah, let me know your thoughts.